This is a clip from episode 7 of Artifact Hunter, a series in which I start with a fresh level 65 account that has no artifacts on it, and one by one hunt them all down, showing you how I go about getting them, and how long it takes me to get each one. This episode saw me hunting down all of the PvP track artifacts, putting in the longest grind I've ever done in New World to date, amassing over 100 hours of gameplay to complete. The artifact in this clip can be gotten in two different ways, an open world way, and from the PvP reward track as well. First, I'll show you how I went about getting it using the open world method, plus I'll give you a bit of info about it and show you what it looks like. And then, I'll briefly go over how the PvP track system works currently, followed by the method I used to go about getting this grind done as quickly and efficiently as possible, from PvP XP to Azoth Salt. If you'd like a more detailed look at the process, check out the full episode, which will be linked at the end of this video. Now, let's get into the clip. I was after the Ice Gauntlets Otzi. This is a really cool artifact that comes with the unique perk of Frozen Tomb, which will change the way you use Entomb. With this artifact equipped, whenever you break out of your Entomb, if you hit a target with your Entomb break, you inflict them with Frostburn, slowing their move speed by 10% and dealing 10% of your weapon damage every second for 5 seconds. Along with that, you get Refreshing Move and Vicious with the final perk of your choice, which is a solid all-around perk combo. When it comes to how it looks, I'm a big fan of Otzi, and it gives me Infinite Gauntlet vibes from the Avengers. I can see some really cool Thanos transmogs built around this. Along with this being obtainable on the PvP rewards track, this artifact can also be gotten from the open world boss Quico over in the Elysian Wilds. To get to him, teleport into the Cave of the Full Moon fast travel point over in Dredged Landing, as seen on screen, and run a bit north to his spawn location. He'll spawn every 6 minutes in the little lake with the 2 elite chests beside it. Waiting up on this rocky cliff is a good spot to sit AFK while you wait on him to spawn. I got a group together for this grind, but it's possible to solo him. You just have to watch out to not aggro mobs around him, as that'll up the difficulty significantly. On my first kill of Quico, I got nothing good, but on kill number 2, I managed to get Otzi to drop, making it artifact number 20 on the account. Each kill took me 1 minute, and with a spawn time of 6 minutes, it took me roughly 10 minutes of grinding to get the artifact, bringing the total grind time up to 49 hours and 15 minutes. But, like previously mentioned, you can also get this artifact from the PvP rewards track, if you didn't feel like going out and PvEing. So, let me go over how the PvP track reward system currently works when it comes to artifacts. Artifacts can only spawn from checkpoint 3 on a reward track, and only at certain levels. For starters, there's a chance for an artifact on tracks level 29 and 39, and then, from tracks 50 to 200, there's a larger chance. When it comes to the percentages, we have Zelenin over on Reddit to thank for these numbers. We have a whopping 98% chance at an artifact from tracks 50 to 99, and the odds decrease significantly after that, as seen on screen. Along with that, you have to take Azoth Salt into account, as each artifact will cost 50,000 salt to unlock, and with them dropping so frequently from tracks 50 onwards, you'll constantly be running out of Azoth Salt, due to its 100,000 salt cap. But now that we know how to get the artifacts, let's go over my plan to hunt them all down. First, I had the insane grind up to PvP track level 50 so I can start knocking them off, with hopefully 1 or 2 before then from tracks 29 and 39. Getting one on either of these tracks would help out massively, as during this grind, I'll be finding myself at Azoth Salt cap frequently, so to be able to spend 50,000 salt and start earning more again will save me a bunch of time in the long run. Then, once I hit track level 50, my grind will be more based on getting Azoth Salt, as I'll want to unlock 1 artifact per track level from then on, and I'll be getting track levels a lot quicker than I will be getting 50,000 salt. In anticipation of this, I'll be stacking up as many Azoth Salt vials as I can during this period, from the PvP track rewards, season pass, and any other way possible. That way, when it comes to time to getting the artifacts, I should be able to unlock quite a few in quick succession. But what will I be doing during this period to earn PvP XP and level my PvP tracks? Luckily for me, I'm the kind of player who enjoys both PvP and PvE, but with this account not being built that well for PvP, it would make the process a lot more frustrating. So I opted to mix a variety of PvE and PvP methods, depending on what I was in the mood for that day, which I will go over quickly. If I was in the mood for PvP, I'd jump in and tag all the races I could for the day, especially ones my faction was defending in, for higher odds at winning, and therefore more PvP XP. From there, I'd play OPR matches or 3v3s, depending on what I felt like, and when I needed a break, I'd AFK sit on faction control points to get some passive PvP XP. If you're looking for a guide on how I go about faction control points, I'll link one in the video description. If I wasn't in the mood for PvP, or I was getting frustrated with it, I'd focus more on PvE methods, which I'll quickly go over. For starters, there's the Great Cleave Missions method, which is a simple and relaxing method for when I needed something less intensive. A video going over how I go about doing this method will be linked in the description as well, and at the end of this video. Or, I would join OPR matches and just build up bases while avoiding PvP, which I also have a guide on that will be linked in the video description for those of you who want to PvE and OPR. Then, like previously mentioned, when I needed a break from the game, I'd sit AFK on faction control points to gain some passive PvP XP. I did a combination of things to get my salt. When I felt in the mood for PvP, I jump into some OPR matches and races, especially ones where we were defending, as a good source of salt. Or, if I wasn't in the mood for PvP, I'd farm corrupted breaches while flagged up, getting 1500 salt every couple of breaches closed. Plus, I would run the previously mentioned Great Cleave missions method on occasion as well, to change things up. I would also put all of the gold I was earning in this period into doing the Infused Alkahest method to earn Azoth salt on the side, which is a method I made a video going over that will be linked in the video description below. Sometimes I would even just pay people to come let me kill them outside Everfall Gate, 500 coins per person, to get fast and easy salt. If you do this though, make sure to only kill each person once, as after the first kill, you'll only get 25 salt per kill. I will get anywhere from 400 to 2300 salt per kill doing this, but every once in a while, kills would only give me 25 salt, so this is a very all over the place and expensive method. Thanks for watching another video. If you'd like to see the episode of Artifact Hunter this clip was taken from, click on the video to the left. Or, if you'd like to learn how to level your tracks via PvE with the Great Cleave missions method, click on the video to the right.